Alright, Parker Dam State Park, following that orange line and the yellow line and then back to the orange line. 20-mile western loop of the Quehanna Trail. I'm excited. This particular bit is right outside the campground in the state park. So there's some informational stuff here I've seen before. You can check it out again. Just some stuff about the logging industry, some tools here. You know, all these different tools and stuff, and then some photos. Really nice. Oh, it's so nice out. This is one of these log slides. When we talk about log slides, I might have mentioned it before in other videos. This is what they would do. They would make these troughs and they would slide the logs down and attach some chains to one, and then mules and stuff would drag it down. So it may not look smooth enough for them to run down, but they actually did this during the winter. They would fell the trees in the summer, and during the winter is when they would come out and drag them down the mountain. It was easier then because the ice would just let the logs slide down. They would actually cover those log slides in water to make them freeze, so it was easier.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Woo. Pipeline Vista. Oh, I was holding the camera up wrong way. Pipeline Vista. Pretty sure that's called Laurel Run. Look at that color out there. Beautiful. Oh, it's warming up. When I got here, it was about 50 degrees, I think. So nice. It's just gonna get a little warmer, that breeze. There's a little teeny tiny snake in there. Can you see him? Oh, there he goes. I don't know what type of snake that was. I hope it came up all right on the camera. I was just doing a little bit of trying to get some of this water down. I was thinking ground real quick for a rock. But then I saw that snake. So that's neat. Oh, it's a wet one here. Oh gosh. Yeah, they need a. Oh, and that's dead. I grabbed right on that. Could have broke. Yeah, they need something to. Need something right there. They've been doing some work on this section. I'm enjoying these nice brand new boardwalks that are keeping my boots clean. That's really nice. See, sometimes the trail provides a nice rock tread. Sometimes it puts you right in the water. Said it once, said it a million times. If there's water on the trail, get the trail out of the water. The mantra of many a trail builders. All right, stop talking. Look at the beautiful color. These birches are starting to go, following the maple's lead. And that whole area we walked through, where we just were with that wet spot and the snake, was a lot of black gum, or tupelo, as it is also known, and they give up their leaves real easy. That's why it was a little more brighter in there. Ooh. A little wet, but we're right by the creek, so it's expected. Woo. What a nice spot. Beautiful. That nice rock right there. Ooh, curly. This is a great rock. Put your feet right here and get a bath. You could sit right there. You can sit right there. It's beautiful. Ooh, got kind of claustrophobic back there. And all those rhododendrons make you feel a little spooky. The maples are giving it up. They're tired. They want to go to bed. Gonna go to sleep. Oh, so sleepy. It's okay. Look at that beauty. Oh my gosh. You're making everyone else jealous. See, he's trying to be just like him. I was getting all preoccupied looking at all this water on the trail, seeing if I could get rid of some of it, and I didn't even notice we made it up to the big Beaver Dam here. Maybe there's some beavers. Pretty cool. It's a really huge dam. Look how tall that is. That's like almost 10 feet. From the bottom of the water, it's probably higher. And it's not a very large pond here. But you can see there's ferns in the water there that I think this is normally not as deep, actually. So I think this is just heavy flow. But still, pretty cool. Some beavers in there somewhere. They're active at the main park too, in the lake. Man, look at all those colors changing. Beautiful. Hey, there's a road. I made it to something. Ooh, it's wet. This way? I don't see like any other blazes. Do I go that way? I gotta check the map. I see it. That's it. It's orange. Boop. Go. Ah, this is nice. Passing trails, making progress. That's the cutoff trail for the short loop. I'm doing the long loop, so I continue on. Well, that rain we had really just flushed things out, and it smells, how do I say this? It smells natural, for sure. This is perfect elk habitat. Haven't heard any yet. Oh, look, the witch hazel's out. That's nice. Little funny flowers. Very helpful for some moths that they hatch in the fall, really late, and the witch hazel is like their only food source. So very, very important, beneficial for that native insect. Oh, jeez. Another one. Another huge swamp meadow clearing. Fern forest thing. Look at these huge clumps of sphagnum moss. Gigantic. They're like a foot and a half thick. Burl. These trees are quite burly. That's as good as I got, man. Check out those little guys, little lichens growing on the burl. Hey girl, check out that burl. I'm going insane in this green tunnel. I don't think I can stress enough just how diverse and unique this forest is, because it's so hard to describe sometimes. I mean, I can see like 250 feet that way through this wood because of how open this is. It's just burning. And these trees are gigantic. Walking through that last little section, man, I saw some gigantic trees, and ones that have just been, you know, put through the ringer, so they just have very unique features, you know, just, I don't know. The trees here have like a lot of character. It's beautiful. I don't know why I hit record so early. That was dumb. Oh, this impedes my vision like really bad. Oh yeah. I look ridiculous. I can't do this. It's like hitting my nose, guys. I'm gonna take the audio off this, and it's just gonna be like, oh, a cool experiment I did. It's like I can't even see what's on the screen. Like I said, my nose is hitting my nose. Yeah. Well, this is what I see when I hike. This is what it looks like. Yeah. Okay, I gotta take this off before someone sees me. Of it. Spruce, larch, cherry, white pine, red pine, Virginia pine, or maybe not, other type of pine, hemlock, red maple. Oh my, it's just, they're everywhere, you know, all different types.
Hazelnut, cashew nut, macadamia nut. That was the one that was sent her into
And there's Norway spruce. This is American spruce, I think. Shit, I don't know. Beautiful. Beautiful and diverse. And smells good too. The beech trees are normally the last to change, and this one is just not having it. It wants to get done. It's done with the year. Well, both of these beech trees here don't really look like they're doing too well. That one looks like it got topped by a storm. That one too, but it kept growing up, and now it looks like it's got some sort of bark disease. Or I should say something is affecting it and making the bark split. I see gypsy moth caterpillar evidence, so look, there's something, yeah, some storm got these trees bad, but that's why things happen the way they do, because the trees have personalities. Oh, there is a cabin over there. Alright, so I've left the main Quehanna Trail and I'm on the cross connector now, and it follows this road a little bit. Oh, there's monarchs over there. I'll go check that out in a second. But I wanted to point this out. Sadly, there's a bottle in there, but so there's lots of beavers in this area, and in order to keep them from damming up these culverts, they put these trash racks in, which, as you can see, would stop them from creating any kind of barrier right against the pipe, which is hard to unclog for some people. Yeah, this one seems to be working well, or they just cleaned it off not too long ago. Probably put this plank of wood so you could stand up on top and clean it out. Looks to be about a 4-foot culvert, 3-foot culvert. Over here is where all those butterflies are. And see, on this side they just have, because the flow is going out, this is just so the beavers can't get in on the other side. But yeah, oh wow, look at those beautiful monarchs. There's 3 of them. They're big. Very nice. Well, I just want to point that out. My boy Post 10 would probably be interested. Comes the car. So as you can see here, the beavers have already made their dam up here at this level. So they're probably quite happy with the situation as it is now. Nice sized pond. Let's see if this person slows down. Last guy didn't. Somebody else came through here not too long ago with a trailer with ATV on the back and just like almost fishtailed a little bit. This is a sight for sore feet. Done with the road walking. I'm very happy about that. Very happy. That's the parking at this trailhead too. Unless this is a camp entrance. Kind of weird. Anyway, road walking, although it may seem like it would be easier, it's way harder on your feet. You have no give when you're walking. It really makes you realize how sore you are, and makes you even more sore faster. So that was the most significant portion of road walking I'll have to do. And this portion, I know, just kind of follows this old road for a while. And I've heard reports that this section can be hard to follow blazes sometimes, but that was when it was blue blaze, and now it's yellow blaze, so there's at least a fresh set of blazes out here in the woods for me to follow, since those people said that it wasn't well blazed. I don't know. I can never explain in words. It's just why this place is so indescribable. I mean, it's beautiful here. Everything is... It's like a huge botanical garden, but is also completely wild and unwelcoming in the most serene, beautiful ways. I just can't take it sometimes. I don't know. I'm trying here. I'm trying. Look at that old stump. That old stump has seen some things, man. I'm not doing so good on battery. I'm gonna stop these little tirades. You're like a littlest feather. Look how teeny it was. It's a big world out here for a teeny feather. Chirp, chirp, chirp. You know I gotta come back to the camera, right? Monarchs. More monarchs. Now I'm just crossed another road and I'm continuing down a little bit, and then we're gonna follow a ridge. And I still need to take a break, but just wanted to record the different terrain. It's interesting. Sometimes you see things in the woods and you just think, I wonder why somebody did that. Like, why did somebody, when they cut this up, they like stack these up right there? I don't know. I don't know why they did that. It's just curious, you know? Trail is now a nice, wide, grassy old road full of moss. Very nice. Really great tread. I just passed a dry campsite, and I forget whose advice or whose report I'm going on about the site I'm going to stay at, but I'm pretty sure that the next vista also has a site. And if not, then that's the site that I was heading for, and I just passed it. So if I have to go all the way down and a little bit up the next drainage, then so be it, but we'll see. I had my noodle snack, so I'm all powered up. So that is an abandoned gas well. This big clearing is from that. But yeah, it's this piece of concrete with a hole sticking out of it. That's a gas well. Supposedly, I guess it's plugged up. I don't smell anything, so normally they can be quite smelly. So it seems like this one's kind of cleaned up. This would be great if you had a bunch of tents and you wanted to camp. The fire pit over there. Back into the forest we go. And you wanted to camp. The fire pit over there. Big blazes. Found some big rocks. Haven't seen a lot of big rocks yet today. Hello, big rock. Yeah, that's nice. Nice little mini rock garden. Rock City. Whoa, that moves. That's kind of freaky. That thing weighs as much as my car. Check this thing out. Look at that. Yeah. Ugh. Isn't that crazy? You saw that line on the ground in the forest. Would you think that that was natural? There's another one. Well, it is. It's St. April Fool's. This is a cucumber magnolia tree seed pod. And yeah, they're bright purple, pink, and they have these little orange seeds which pop out. And they're cool if you break it open like that. It smells like pine. It smells just like pine sap. They're really cool. I don't think you can eat them or do anything with them, but they're pretty neat. They're really colorful and interesting. So yeah, smells good, but no sap. Look at this open forest I get to walk through. It's wonderful. Great. So I just showed you those seed pods, and this is what it looks like when a bear eats some and poops it out. And now you've gone full circle. You know, it's almost dinner time. Hungry. Where's Albert? Right here. I'm already awake. Good morning. So yeah, so I got to camp all right last night. Came down this ridge, and there's 4 other people camping at the dry campsite up here at the Vista that looks down this little canyon right here, which is beautiful. And yeah, had some nice conversation and a nice big roaring fire when this rain squall came through. It was amazing. Oh, the wind right on this ridge. Crazy out here. So it was perfect. Perfect. Enjoyed my tuna mac. Yeah. I'm just rambling. I'm gonna take this down. I want to make some coffee. Pretty nice. Nice thing to wake up to. Good views, good company. So if you're doing the west loop of the Quehanna Trail via the connector, I highly recommend staying at the dry campsite at the Vista. Not only is it halfway, pretty much halfway through the loop, but you get an amazing view. There's enough room for tents, a couple spots for hammocks, and there's a couple different spots coming down the hill if there were groups already here when you got here. So it works out. Just one thing to remember is to bring water, because it's a 500-foot drop to the water store for this campsite. Luckily I anticipated that and had about 4 liters cameled up. I might need both hands for this. Good morning, Mr. Eft. Busy Sunday morning on the trail. Hey, it's Mr. Shadow. Hey, Mr. Shadow, how you doing? Are you gonna stick around today? It's a little cloudy yesterday. Oh, what a beautiful morning. The chipmunks are chipping. The birds are chirping. A pack isn't squeaking yet. Oh, check that rock out, man. That is so cool. What the heck? Oh, look at that perfect shell. Check out that perfect shell, man. That is awesome. looks like. It's not that big. That's super neat. I'll have to ask my geologist friends what that is. Because it's probably a fossil of some sort. There's another shell right there. I know my GoPro doesn't do close-ups very well, so I'm gonna take some photos. All right, first descent of the day done. That was pretty steep. It was kind of squirrely there for a little bit. I was sliding down, just kind of muddy. Ooh, wet veg, wet veg. It's not even that bad, but it soaks it right away. They don't make it too easy to cross that bridge. Jeez. I was supposed to cross that bridge, yeah. It's gotta be up here somewhere. Is that it right there? I see a grade. Where the hell is the trail? Ugh. Okay, so there are blazes down the road here. Please. There's a blaze right there. It's orange. It's on the post. There's a double blaze right there in that tree, which means turn. And it's slightly to the right, I think. That looks like a right turn to me. I mean, I realize I should have seen that up there. But I don't know. Maybe it's the morning. I had coffee and hot cocoa today. I should be like firing on all cylinders. I just didn't see. Why do they have double blazes if there's no turn? Double blazes means watch out, something's gonna happen. Not go straight along this road. I'm perturbed. If you're coming the other way, you're not gonna know. So when you come down there, just keep walking across the road. Don't go across that bridge into that cabin, even though it seems like you're supposed to. To me, anyway. If you didn't want to stay at that other campsite on top of the mountain, you wanted to push on a little bit more, you wanted some water, there's also this site right here, right after the road walking portion. It's decently far away from the road. It's not too bad. Could be buggy, but decent. Let's go up. I feel like going up, so I guess we'll go up. One of my favorite parts of this time of the year, you can find all these acorns on the ground, and you can pick up a handful, and you can try to hit stuff. You know, like trees, and sometimes you get it. Sometimes you don't. Oh, so close. Boom, got it. See, morale boost. It's all about the mental game. Oh. So I'm about to do my last descent of the day and the trip down to Sounders Run. There's an unnamed tributary here, and right at the top is a pretty nice campsite. The spring is directly next to it. Little room for tents. And a fire pit. Seems really likely to see elk here with all these clearings around. Really nice hiking so far today. Just beautiful. If you don't mind the sound of rushing water, here's another very rare, flat, semi-level spot. Right at this bridge, and nice campering and stone furniture across the way there. Goodbye, elevation. Goodbye, elevation. Goodbye. This is pretty interesting. It's a piped spring, I guess. Looks really recent. Wonder why they do that. Right here on the trail. And there's water right there. Interessante. Got some water filtered. Figured since I'm about to do one of the final pushes here, go over what I've done and what I'm gonna do. Started here at Parker Dam. Sorry, Dam Park. And we went all the way up here and followed this orange line until here. And when we got on the cross connector, which is very nice. And I slept right there at that little viewpoint mark, and today we just went down, went up, and then back down, and I'm right there now. So now I have a little bit of road walking, which is like, I'm not very excited about it, but I'm gonna eat some cheese and I'll be fine. And then I just go up Sounders Run, which I've heard is very nice, pretty. I'm debating going up and doing this vista. Who knows how my feet will feel? How do you think? Feet? They don't know, they never do. And then we just go up, 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 and then across the plateau, back to the park. Like I said, it's about that cheese. Man, they're like signs everywhere. Check out this moss. Looks so spongy. That's where my car is. Check that guy out. That is not a red eft. That's a different type of salamander. Nice. Well, I'm off the road, back on a normal trail. Oh, hey, there's a cool bench. A nice memorial. Probably at some point was a memorial to somebody. It's concrete, looks like wood. I've been hearing that red-tailed hawk. Wouldn't it be great if he came and flew right here? Maybe I'll wait and hope. What a great bridge. It looks brand new. Man, we need a bridge. I'd like more of those, right? The Quehanna Trail. That way. Sounders Run was very nice. Pretty easy climb. I didn't record much. Mostly just hiking. Had to get down to business. Get up here. Ugh. Yeah, I'm sweaty now. Only 2 miles to the Osate Park. Home stretch. For real this time. Oh, this was a well-timed trip. Really good. Great weather. Great itinerary. I'm really excited for fall. Season should be really good. Excited for doing more backpacking, more camping, more hiking in general. But right now, my thoughts are on the bag of pizza combos in my car. That's what I'm gonna be thinking about. Oh man, I've only gone a half a mile. Oh, those combos are calling. Combos! Check this bridge out. That's a thick bridge. I love it. Oh. Behold. Now I want a burger too. Why don't they make burger combos? Like cheeseburger flavored. You don't think they can make that? You know they can make that. You know, I bet Canada has it. Or Japan. Hey, there's a campsite. We're probably about a mile away from Parker Dam, so I don't know. I'll have to check the map, but that may not be a legal site. Not sure. I haven't seen a boundary sign yet, but I'll check. I'll flash it on the screen. Was that an illegal site? You don't know. I think they took some of this bridge and gave it to that other bridge. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty unfair. It's probably, there's a reason for everything.